This week on 4 Drive TV, we feature the final tracks of an epic 10-day trek through the high country. We're in search of the infamous Kangaroo Hill Lookout Track on the outskirts of El Dorado in northern Victoria. Stay tuned to see what we encounter. G'day viewers, I'm Simon Christie. Sadly, we're coming towards the end of our adventure, trekking through the northwest corner of the Victorian high country. But believe me, we've saved the best for last, so let's get into another cracking episode. After several days of late starts due to mechanical failures and fallen trees, we got on the tracks as early as possible for our last jaunt around the high country.
El Dorado sits around 300 kilometres northeast of Melbourne. Although little of the original architecture remains, churches, public buildings and mining relics are a reminder of the town's bustling past. The McAvoy Tavern prides itself on being the smallest pub in Victoria, and the local museum, formerly the school building, is well worth a visit.
There we go.
We did the CFA track. Very scenic, running along farmland, along the fence line. It was contrasting to have the farmland on one side and the national park on the other. So you felt like you were on the edge of the world driving along. Very picturesque, a lot of rocky outcrops, a few ups, a few downs. All in all, a very easy track.
There was a number of different places along that track that we found that we'd be on basically dead or a very small gradient, and then instantly we were into really, really rocky ground where we all needed low range. A number of times we had to stop and adjust what we were doing. Very dusty, it's very, very dry out here, but a lot of fun.
We're now just outside El Dorado, and behind me is the dredge that was built on site in 1936. It operated till 1954, which is where it stopped here. You can walk inside it, see the control area, see all the electronics and the switchboards and so forth, see the winches down through the floor. They have barred off some areas for safety, but it is a massive piece of machinery, and for the day being built in 1936, it was definitely a modern marvel.
We've got a heap of buckets that go down in front. They pull out all the silt and all the rubbish from the bottom of the river, bring it back up inside, dump it into a tumbler, and that then filters what's going through, so we pick up the heaviest material first. What an incredible bit of technology. And here we are today, looking at what's left of it. Great place to visit.
We've just come down from Yedomba Aboriginal Cultural Site at the base of Mount Pilot. Absolutely amazing area. It's got very spiritual Aboriginal culture here. That area there is sacred, and you have to be very quiet, no noise as you come into there. There's a bush tucker area up there, there's a shelter, there's a cave and a lookout so they could see other people coming. Probably the coolest thing I saw there was a picture of a fire scene. Given the fact that there haven't been any here on the mainland for 2,000 years, we believe that that's what they saw and that's what they drew. This area actually has 2 lots of gold. One lot of gold is back in the 1800s, obviously they found the gold. However, there's another lot of gold which we must embrace and must cherish and respect, is the Aboriginal Indigenous culture.
We're up at Mount Pilot, at the summit here, having a look over.
Really, really great views. As you can see behind me, you don't really get much better than that.
10 days in the Victorian high country is absolutely fantastic.
During this entire trip, the one thing I'd been looking forward to was tackling the infamous Kangaroo Hill Lookout Track. We'd heard plenty of horror stories of cars rolling down the impassable drop-offs, and I had to know if the track would live up to its reputation.
I went down Kangaroo track, which was quite good. Rutty, but doable, low four-wheel drive again. But there is an offshoot of the track, which is a little bit more extreme to what I heard on the radio. You'll see it. Simon went down it, Alan from Piranha went down it. It sounded pretty extreme to what we heard, and when they got down, it was extreme, but a lot of fun.
To get through terrains like this, without diff locks, without the right tyres, to me it's impossible to get through this. You gotta stay calm to start with, and also you gotta have a car that's fully set up. At one stage, one of the diff locks went off. We have to stop the car. Luckily I saw that, so I had to quickly press that one. Then we just kept crawling up. It was probably the hardest track I've ever been on. The rocks were like giant, this big. At one stage, I thought there's no way we can make it. But Simon made it. It was just awesome.
Woo! That's what it's all about. Some serious four-wheel driving when you've got the right sort of gear, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of rock moving, you can get anywhere you want. Four-wheel driving in the beautiful Australian bush, it doesn't get any better than this. Next vehicle coming up.
Actually very fair income. We've got to be very careful here. This is one gnarly track. This is definitely gnarly.
Cross. Keep coming on that line, that's good. Yeah, straighten up and keep hard left. Hard left. That's good, keep coming. You're good, you're really good, Al. Keep on that hard left. Now straightening up. Straighten up. Straighten up. Cross. That's good. Turn. Straight there. That's right. Very, very nice, Al. This is the spot I'm talking about, Al. We're going to straddle this down like it's a nice flat road. Keep going across, that's it, straight. Really good light, Al. Nice and easy. That line's good, a little bit of left. That's it, good. Hold that line. Good. Turning across now. Beautiful, Alan. Very nice, straighten up. Hold it there for a sec. Left's going to come down a little bit. You're good. Right hand. Out. Keep straight. Keep coming on that. Right, towards me now. Yep, hard my way. Close to that tree as you can. Straighten up a touch.
I've got to tell you, that was absolutely frigging awesome. That is the limits of what this car can do. You should see the tyres, they're shredded, but who cares? That was brilliant. More.
Going down is completely different to going up. Going up, we've got gravity working against us. Going down, we've got gravity pushing us down the hill. There are some seriously cool angles on this track. Some awesome drop-offs. Holy hell. And they look big coming down. Oh, that is nice. Luckily, the Iveco Daily 4x4 comes with a ridiculous 100-to-1 crawl ratio, and I'm actually accelerating to get the vehicle down this hill. No brakes required. I'll tell you what, you've got to fight against your natural instinct to hit that brake. Alright, we've got some nasty rocks up ahead of us, some off-camber bits, and there's just boulders strewn all over the track. Lots of dirt to rock transfers, and the dirt is just like little ball bearings. It is so slippery. There is just barely any traction on any surface in here. Bit of a drop off here. I don't know if you can hear that. And another one the opposite way. This track is serious, alright? Right, now this is the part I'm really worried about. This is a big drop coming down here. It's 1, 2, 3 steps all in a row. We've got to get this right. Turning into it now. Right, nice and gentle. We're going to need a little bit of brake here. We're just going to idle down. Drop the nose in. Big rock there. Drops it down nice. We've got the front wheels down. A little bit of accelerator. Well, that's rough, but I'm through the worst of it. Right, another drop coming up. It is terrifying and exciting all in the same instant. Take it nice and slow. Loose rocks. Another drop down there. Some loose boulders down here. A bit of a drop off on the left hand side. This section here is looking a bit tricky. That is quite a nasty drop off there, left and right. I want to straddle that nice and neat. That is particularly nasty. Now this is a section I've been warned where a lot of cars have rolled. I want to get this right the first time. That's gentle, that is good. That is a damn good start. She's nice and level so far. There's a bit of a drop on the left now. It's going to push me into that rock. Steer across. Oh, brilliant. I don't mind saying so. That is a damn good line. Keep off that rock. Yes. Right. You look in the mirrors to see what you're going to hit behind you, and you've got to keep looking ahead to see what's coming up. You cannot stop moving. Nice enough camber down through here. Plenty of bark off that tree there. Definitely want to take this nice and gentle. Oh, just touching that tree. Ah, that wasn't good. Turn hard into this. I've got to get around that big rock that's coming up in front of me. One more rock to get around. Nice and gentle. Skip past this tree. Oh, that's close. Hook hard left into it. Whew. That, my friends, is a serious off-road workout. Four-wheel driving has so many different genres, from motorsport through to hardcore through to touring, and I love it all, guys. I absolutely love it all. Sometimes along the way, we don't mind getting our hands and our tyres dirty, and this track has done that. I am sweating from going up and down. What a thrill, what a ride. Just love it, guys, from top to bottom. Go out with people who are experienced. If you're not up to doing this sort of stuff, you don't have to do it. But get out there and watch. See others have a go, see what they can do. Set your vehicle up with the right accessories, get the right skill, get the right knowledge, and have the confidence to have a go. The ride to Kangaroo Hill, absolutely awesome. And these are the things you find. So whether you're after the culture, the history, the destinations, the touring, the family fun, or a little bit of extreme off-road, get out and have a crack. This is what it's all about.